Ladies and gentlemen of the class of '99, wear sunscreen. If I could offer you only one tip for the future, sunscreen would be it. The long-term benefits of sunscreen have been proved by scientists, whereas the rest of my advice has no basis more reliable than my own meandering experience. I will dispense this advice now. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Oh, never mind. You will not understand the power and beauty of your youth until they've faded. But trust me, in 20 years, you'll look back at photos of yourself and recall in a way you can't grasp now how much possibility lay before you and how fabulous you really looked. You are not as fat as you imagine. Don't worry about the future, or worry, but know that worrying is as effective as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubblegum. The real troubles in your life are apt to be things that never crossed your worried mind, the kind that blindsides you at 4 p.m. on some idle Tuesday. Do one thing every day that scares you. Sing. Don't be reckless with other people's hearts. Don't put up with people who are reckless with yours. Floss. Don't waste your time on jealousy. Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind. The race is long, and in the end, it's only with yourself. Remember compliments you receive. Forget the insults. If you succeed in doing this, tell me how. Keep your old love letters. Throw away your old bank statements. Stretch. Don't feel guilty if you don't know what you want to do with your life. The most interesting people I know didn't know at 22 what they wanted to do with their lives. Some of the most interesting 40-year-olds I know still don't. Get plenty of calcium. Be kind to your knees. You'll miss them when they're gone. Maybe you'll marry, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll have children, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll divorce at 40. Maybe you'll dance the funky chicken on your 75th wedding anniversary. Whatever you do, don't congratulate yourself too much, or berate yourself either. Your choices are half chance. So are everybody else's. Enjoy your body. Use it every way you can. Don't be afraid of it or what other people think of it. It's the greatest instrument you'll ever own. Dance. Even if you have nowhere to do it but in your own living room. Read the directions, even if you don't follow them. Do not read beauty magazines. They will only make you feel ugly.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and the bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Honored guests, parents of graduates, friends and families of graduates, and most importantly, to the graduates of the Lincoln High School class of 1999. Good evening. On behalf of the Lincoln School Committee, I congratulate you for your accomplishments. As a community, we have set before you standards and goals, rules and procedures, and you have met our challenges and surpassed our standards. Congratulations, guys, you made it. Ever since you have been in preschool, teachers and administrators have consistently said, you have been a good class. You have been an athletic class. You have been a kind class. You have been a particularly bright class. Most recently, I have learned that you are especially good at sitting when directed by the mace. Class of 1999, you are the last class of our century. You are the last class of our millennium, truly. We have saved the best for last.
Hell yeah.
From the Lincoln School Department, Superintendent Dr. Frank Plata.
Good afternoon. Honored guests in the class of 1999. On behalf of the Lincoln School Department, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the class of 1999. We also extend congratulations and thanks to the parents, high school administration, and faculty for doing such an admirable job by providing you, the class of 1999, with direction and guidance which will endure forever. President John F. Kennedy on July 4th, 1960 said, and I quote, "It is a time for a new generation of leadership to cope with new problems and new opportunities, for there is a new world to be won," unquote. 39 years later, this statement by President Kennedy still has a powerful message. That message is responsible leadership.
Representing the student body of Lincoln High School, Student Council President, Mr. Austin Kahn.
Good evening, graduates of the class of 1999. Welcome administrators, faculty, family, friends, distinguished guests. I was considering starting off with a joke today to lighten the mood. But since I'm not a very funny guy, I went to some of the funniest and nicest people I know. the custodians of Lincoln High School. One custodian was generous enough to share with me one of his jokes, so here goes. Did you hear about the guy who lost his left side? He's all right now. Before I go any further, I'd like to thank some of the people that helped me survive my 4 years at LHS. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for disabling the snooze button on my alarm clock, packing that superior lunch that always made my friends jealous, and supporting me in everything that I do. I would also like to thank those teachers that have made my high school years worthwhile. Also, I'd like to thank two women who I call my in-school mothers, Miss Nana and Mrs. Ford, for keeping me out of trouble and lifting my spirits. Last but certainly not least, I would like to thank my brother, who has guided me through the last 4 years. Thanks, Master. There's also one special person today who I think we should all remember. Some of his worst friends, teammates, and classmates. I remember him as a friend and the kid who beat me out in the 6th grade spelling bee. So now I would ask that we take a moment of silence to remember Jason Abraham. At the same time, there must be some common thread that unites us all. This thread is Lincoln High School. Classes forced us to hear the ideas of others. Homeroom led us to meet people who we may have otherwise ignored. And school-wide functions like Spirit Week forged bonds between all of us. In this way, we formed a community from within. Only as a united school community were we able to bridge the gap between us and the town at large. When I make this statement, I recall the blood drives that were held at Lincoln High School this year. Twice this year, members of this graduating class responded to our call. In turn, adults responded. We united, turning out in record numbers to give the gift of blood, something which we all have and which we all share as a community. In closing, I ask that we, the class of 1999, remember our community. Our community has provided for us, made us strong, and today our community has turned out to support us as we prepare to enter the next phase of our lives. Many of us may leave and never look back. Others of us will become the next generation of teachers, coaches, and parents in the community. Look at the person sitting to your right. He or she might be the next town administrator. Look at the person sitting to your left. He or she might be your child's hockey coach. In any case, regardless of what we become, we will always be a part of this Lincoln community. We are Lincoln, and Lincoln is us. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, and honored guests, students, this is one of the days in your life that you may remember for the rest of your life. It's a time when a parent and a child together reach a common goal. It's a time when your status in society changes. You are no longer a student at Lincoln High School. You are a graduate of Lincoln High School. You are no longer a child, but an adult with more and more responsibilities. There's also a time of reflection and anticipation. A favorite childhood memory, or high school memory, has probably flashed through your head. Your parents have probably viewed many memories of your growing up, each ending with the thought, where have the years gone? But the emotion that you may not have expected is anticipation. What's next for me? It's a thought that probably has crept into your thoughts more and more over the last year. It's a thought that all of us have had pass through our minds as we prepare for the next century, and more frightening, the next millennium. The last group of students to finish their formal education in the year 99 was the class of 1899. To compare yourselves to them is disturbing. Most of those students were completing the 3rd grade. As the principal at the time said, they can read, they can write, they have everything they need for a good life. However, many of those students lived into the 1970s. If you look at their lifespan, they saw the development of the car, the airplane. They saw man land on the moon. They saw the advent of nuclear energy, and they endured 2 world wars and a depression. Many saw their society completely changed through the civil rights movement. By the time they died, the world they left was not the life they were born into. All this happened in a generation that saw the amount of knowledge in the world doubling once every 400 years. Today, knowledge doubles at the rate of once every 3 years. Let me thank you for being part of our lives. And let me let you know how envious we are of your potential and your opportunities ahead. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to introduce the salutatorian of the class of 1999, Mrs. Stacy DePalma.
Administration, faculty, parents, friends, and most important, as LHS's last salutatorian of the 20th century, it is my pleasure to speak on this special occasion. During the past 4 years, we've been guided, questioned, pushed, defeated, encouraged, and inspired. Although our paths differed, we have all had to sacrifice something in order to be sitting here today. We had to take classes we didn't want to take. We had to study at times we didn't want to. We had to come to school on days that were definitely beach days. We have all had to give up something in order to reach out and achieve. But we made it. We all made it. And that deserves a great round of applause. Look at the time. It's almost 7 o'clock. The number 7 is a special number to our class. There are 7 days in a week, 7 colors in a rainbow, 7 wonders of the world, 7 deadly sins, 7 dwarfs, 7 characters, and 7 sections in the Women of Brewster Place, and 7 periods at LHS. Over the last 7 days, we've shared our prom, our senior supper, class night, plenty of graduation rehearsals, and now this special night. When leaving here today, there are 7 seven-letter words we need to take with us as we move on. They are Lincoln, courage, purpose, quality, success, respect, and most important, freedom. The message I guess I'm trying to send to you is don't lose your individuality and respect others for who they are. Individuality is what makes each of us special. Pursue your goals and desires, and if they change tomorrow, that's okay. Remain to have the courage to go for them, as long as they're still you. Life is all about passion. It's all about going for what you want, no matter what's at stake. The high school days were fun, but they're over, so now it's time for all of us to grow up and realize what's truly important and start working for it. As Jonathan Larson said, there's only now, there's only here. So give in to love or live in fear. No other path, no other way, no day but today. So live for today. Accept what you are given and live the best you can. I repeat, never be afraid to be yourself, but always respect others for who they are. And nowhere is this concept more aptly dealt with than the greatest musical of our time, Rhode. And in keeping with the Rhode theme, that will be established later, the chorus's production of Seasons of Love, I'm going to conclude with a slightly edited portion of La Vie Boheme. What is La Vie Boheme? Well, it's a celebration of life, creativity, and individuality. And it does contain a few mature words, but as evidenced by our caps and gowns and the diplomas we'll later receive, I think we can all handle it, and no one will get offended, right? Yeah, okay. So, zoom in as we burn the past to the ground and feel the heat of the future's glow. To days of inspiration, playing cookie, making something out of nothing, the need to express, to communicate, to going against the grain, going insane, going mad, to loving tension, no pension, to more than one dimension, to starving for attention, hating convention, hating pretension, not to mention, of course, hating words I can't say, but to riding your bikes midday past the three-piece suits, to fruits, to no absolutes, to absolute, to choice, to the village voice, to any passing fad, to being an us for once, instead of a them, la vie bohème. To handcrafted beers made in local breweries, to yoga, to yogurt, to rice and beans and cheese, to leather, to dildos, to curry villages, to Weibos, to heroes, and my to compassion, to fashion, to passion when it's new, to songchild, to songpipe, to anything taboo. Ginsberg, Gilling, Cunningham, and Cage, Lenny Bruce, Lakes and Hughes, to the stage, to Uda, to Buddha, Pablo Neruda, too. To sisters, brothers, bisexuals, trisexuals, homo sapiens, carcinogens, men, Pee Wee Herman, German Line, Turpentine, Gertrude Stein, Antonio Bertolucci, Kurosawa, Kamina Burama. To apathy, to entropy, to ecstasy, and to Sex Pistols, 8BC, to no shame, never playing the Spain game. I won't say that part. Okay. To dance, no way to make a living, pain, perfection, masochism, muscle spasm, chiropractic, short careers, eating disorders, film, adventure, cheating, no family, boring location, dark rooms, perfect faces, egos, money, Hollywood, and sleaze, music, food of love, emotion, mathematics, isolation, rhythm, feeling, power, harmony, and heavy competition, anarchy, revolution, justice, screaming for solutions, forcing changes, risking danger, making noise, and making pleas. To me, to you, and you, and you, and you, to people living with, not dying from disease. Let he among us without sin be the first to condemn. La vie bohème. So is anyone out of the mainstream? Or is anyone in the mainstream? Is anyone alive? The sex drive. Tear down the walls, 'cause aren't we all? The opposite of war isn't peace, it's creation. Viva la vie bohème. Thank you, class of 99. I wish you all lots of luck.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year?
the valedictorian of the class of 1999, Mrs. Amy Griffin.
I know that many teachers have shaped me and have influenced the person that I have become and am still striving to be. To name just a few of all those who have had a great impact upon my life, there's my 7th grade life sciences teacher, Mrs. Daly, my biology teacher, Mrs. Floor, Mrs. Conti and Mrs. Verle, who taught me what discipline really means, Ms. Medeiros, with her understanding and tolerant ways, and Mrs. Graham, who has read nearly every college essay that I have ever written. In addition, there is one teacher who has always believed in me and who has had a great influence upon my life. That teacher is Mr. Souza. I am going to miss him next year. However, I will always have the message of Le Petit Prince with me to remind me of him and all that I learned in his class, besides French. In this book, the little fox's message is, on ne voit bien qu'avec le cœur, l'essentiel est invisible pour les yeux. Since this is such a universal message, this book has been translated into several languages, including English. Thus, this important message in our own tongue is as follows. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. I believe this statement with all of my heart. What counts in each and every one of us here tonight cannot be seen with the eye. We must look with our hearts to see the true value and worth of each human being. For what can the fallible human eye see? A mere shell, an outer appearance, an exterior. As students, our worth is not only measured by our grades, but also in how we achieve them. Ask that all of you remember that it is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. That is the philosophy by which I strive to live my life day by day. And I hope that each one of you takes this message to heart. If we would only estimate each other's worth based on face value, what would this world become? It would obviously lack love and friendship and be replete with hatred and racism. In parting from all of you, my classmates, I wanted to leave you with this message from the Little Prince in hopes that you would perhaps see others here tonight in a different light and also follow this philosophy upon leaving the doors of Lincoln High School.
First graduate to receive the degree tonight, Amy Diane Griffin. Stacy Anastasia DePalma. Asum Raza Khan. Roberto Arif Calvo. Tracy P. Marion. Denise Rita Maris. Jenny K. Bucks. Natalie S. Duke. Karen Beth Lightfoot. Lauren Elizabeth Shunny. Danny David Griffith. Megan Ann Allman. Christy Lee Alton. Janet Alves. Amanda April Arbridge. Missy Lynn Arnold.
Joseph Manuel Alfonso. Jacob Handball. Jason C. Andrews. Michael John Annan. Christopher Brian Backyberg. Andrew R. Bonin. Bradford Scott Booth. Jeffrey A. Bufa. Matthew Raymond Boulay. Philip Joseph Rhode. Christopher M. Brown. Mark Bryson. Richard Michael Campbell. Brian William Caswell.
Danielle B. Hoffman.
Just ladies, get my girls out!
Elisa J. Whitman. Michelle Tracy. Tracy Michelle Woodrow. Jennifer M. Briar. Emily S. Brown. Marcy K. Bush. Kelly Marie Carden. Jessica Lynn Carroll. Heather Joy Carroll. Liza K. Carolini. Jennifer Melissa Sutton.
Richard Albert Cavalozzi. Eric J. Cheeto. Jason William Clavitt. Jeremy James Costa. Stephen Paul Coulon. Jason Robert Kuchar. Michael James H. Crawford. David John Tchaikovsky. Mark W. Dagnall. Neil John David. Nicholas Delisle. Matthew B. DeMario.
Sarah Jean Champagne. Nora L. Clark. Pauline E. Dalton. Crystal L. DeWitt. Kelly Ray Duval. Liza K. Elliott. Alicia A. Dominguez. Amber Ryan Beauty. Megan Frazier. Alicia M. Predigman. Jenna Yates. Michaela Forrest Gilpin. Jillian M. Goldfarb. Kara Ann Guida.
Michael J. DeRobio. Christopher Arthur Duquid. Jeremy Hannah Elias. Nathan J. English. Michael P. Felber. Anthony Michael Felicio. Joshua Z. Fenner. Christopher R. Fernandez. Billy Fratelli. Christopher Joseph Gabriel. David Gamache Jr. Michael M. Grimes.
Colleen Marie Guida. Kelly Lee Harris. Shannon Beth Hart. Corey Lee Hardy. Kristen Lee Malowitz. Morgan S. Karras. Kristen L. Krabowski. Amanda E. Kenny. Melanie Ann Kilson. Sandra Sue LaRue. Lindsay Renee Rubio. Lauren Joyce McCall. Catherine R. Lavallee. Martha Lynn.
Kevin W. Gustafson. Joshua W. Hanson. W. Harris. Nathan Alexander Hatch. Douglas D. Heel. Thomas M. Hill Jr. Ryan Robert Hogarth. Paul R. Jarros. Joshua John Jameson. Nathaniel P. Kwiatkowski. Kevin R. LaRue. Evan R. Labrie. Robert A. Leclerc. Andrew D. Lemire. Roland A. Lucier. Richard A. Malenfant.
Jessica K. Longton. Carrie Lee Lucier. Jamie Marie Mack. Kelly Rosa Manzo. Kristen K. McManus. Megan Auburn Fayette. Jessica Lee Mignacca. Mary E. Mills. Valerie Page Mooney. Melissa A. Brady. Tina Marie Newton. Tom T.
Robbie Malcolm. Corey L. Hall. Christopher F. Mello. Pizza Men. Jeffrey M. Mercer. Brandon Mishaw. Eric H. Minu Jr. Michael J. Moniz. Ryan B. Mooney. Pavel D. Labutovsky. Joshua M. Nato. Daniel Northup. Reginald Lewis Packer III. Joshua J. Paradise. Joe Michael A. Pereira.
Cheryl A. Novak. Amy J. Oakley. Tricia A. Taylor. Zane Kane. Katie L. Pierce. Jennifer Gonzalez. Kristen Poisson. Sarah Beth Poulin. Jessica Spencer Ramos. Shannon Rose Raymond. Lauren Lee Reedy. Kimberly A. Renaud. Jean Andrea Resnick. Megan Ann Reynolds.
Rafa Khan. John Krasinski. Kai Flamande. Matthew C. Ecclesia. Joshua David Ponton. Jason L. Rayo. Michael Wayne Reynolds. Christopher Patrick Riley. Michael Sato. Edward C. Salem. Jason Scott Seal. Andrew David Shanahan. Andrew Shepard. Tyler John Sliney.
Andrea Ritchie. Michelle Elizabeth Rivette. Courtney F. Sacramento. Carrie Ann Sullivan. Kimberly Ann Schreier. Molly Marie Slater Gerard. Lauren Ann Smith. Tanya Soares.
Taylor. Keith Allen Teasdale. Corey Texera. Neil Henry Tenza. Paul E. Ferrian. Michael Brian Trentaso. Craig T. Tucker. Michael C. Uva. Esteban Velez. Jason D. Walker. Adam Daniel Wasserman. Zachary Motherspoon.
Amy Catherine Walsh. Janet Hannah Yu. Allison Lynn Zagorski. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 1999.
I have been complimented by so many people describing the class as one of the best to leave Lincoln High School, and I disagree with them. I don't think you're one of the best. I think you are the best. This is a reflection of your maturity, your responsibility, and your respect. Congratulations to the best class graduating from Lincoln High School, the class of 1999.
Presenting the farewell remarks for the class of 1999, Senior Class President, Roberto C. Calvin.
Before I start my speech, I would like to anoint some of the boys with some ceremonial silly string. Oh well. I just wanted to do that to get the humor out of the way. I'm going to try to keep this short. Good evening, and let me be the last to welcome all in the class of 1999. Although we might not realize it just yet, these past 4 years have shaped our characters and lifestyles into the basic form we will carry throughout life. That is why we are all greatly indebted to those who have helped us along by providing us with guidance and support, including our beloved class advisor, Mr. Conti. We should all be grateful to the teachers and administrators present throughout our high school careers who have taught us the guidelines and expectations of the adult world. I would also like to express the deep love and gratitude I hold for my parents and my family for the sacrifices they have made in their own lives to provide me with the values and the means necessary to lead a successful life. As the sun begins to set on our ceremony, we should try to reminisce on the last 4 years of our lives for the last time. It seems like long ago when we stepped off our buses to go to our first day of high school. Right from the beginning, we labeled ourselves as the fearless freshmen, yet others might have referred to us as the clueless freshmen. We spent most of that year observing the moves of the new upperclassmen and attempting to find ways to fit into our new environment.
When our sophomore year came, we felt more comfortable because we had the class below us to pick on in order to boost our own self-esteem. By our third year in high school, we had our lunch table, and we commanded the respect of the whole school by beating the seniors in a tug-of-war during the battle of the classes. Towards the end of that year, we were ready to take over the school. Now that we've arrived at the culmination of our senior year in high school, we can look back at the great achievements of our class. We have produced many all-state athletes and some of the best sports teams in the history of Lincoln High School, including a state champion boys basketball team. We've also been one of the strongest classes academically, with many students planning to attend some of the most competitive colleges in the country. This spring, the class of '99 displayed an incredible artistic side by working along with Mr. Gagney to produce what most people consider the best variety show in our history. I believe that all of these achievements prove that we have been the best class ever to come through this school. So as we sit here today on this beautiful June evening, I am glad that the class of 1999 has had the chance to stop and smell the roses and come to the realization that here and now will always be our time and our place. Thank you.
Get to know your parents. You never know when they'll be gone for good. Be nice to your siblings. They're your best link to your past and the people most likely to stick with you in the future. Understand that friends come and go, but with a precious few, you should hold on. Work hard to bridge the gaps in geography and lifestyle, because the older you get, the more you need the people you knew when you were young. Live in New York City once, but leave before it makes you hard. Live in Northern California once, but leave before it makes you soft. Travel. Accept certain inalienable truths. Prices will rise, politicians will philander, you too will get old. And when you do, you'll fantasize that when you were young, prices were reasonable, politicians were noble, and children respected their elders. Respect your elders. Don't expect anyone else to support you. Maybe you have a trust fund, maybe you'll have a wealthy spouse, but you never know when either one might run out. Don't mess too much with your hair, or by the time you're 40, it will look 85. Be careful whose advice you buy, but be patient with those who supply it. Advice is a form of nostalgia. Dispensing it is a way of fishing the past from the disposal, wiping it off, painting over the ugly parts, and recycling it for more than it's worth. But trust me on the sunscreen.